Alright YouTube and Fallout community, so I'm bringing you guys another Fallout 3 Easter egg in Fallout 4. And of course it's the Mechanist, and I thought I'd just kind of give you guys like a little brief history of him. We'll also go into a little bit of speculation about the upcoming Automatron DLC. Let's get right into it. Scott Bean Walensky was born to simple bean farmers raised by his father until he was 15, who then sold him to a caravan merchant hoping he would have a better life. He traveled with the caravans for a few years working as an indentured servant. This is where he got the nickname Bean because his purchase was made with beans. He eventually bought his freedom and settled down in Canterbury Commons, where he lived a life of solitude, hiding in the electronics store, fiddling around with junk. After the antagonizers started showing up, he became the Mechanist to protect the town. So when you first get to Canterbury Commons in Fallout 3, the antagonizer and the Mechanist are fighting it out in the streets, and then they go their separate ways, and then you get the Superhuman Gambit quest, and you can resolve it however you want. But see, this is where the speculation comes in, okay? The way that the Fallout series works is that typically, when it carries over to the next game, the good karma choices is how everything is resolved. So, what that would mean is that you would probably not kill the antagonizer. You would just, through speech challenges, you can convince her to quit being the bad guy, and she'll give you her suit. And then you can go to the Mechanist and give him the antagonizer's suit, and he'll destroy it or whatever, so that she can't return. And they they both go their separate ways. He walks off into the wasteland or whatever, and you don't know what he's going to do. So what this could mean is that, for one, the antagonizer could still be alive in, like, maybe she went to the Commonwealth, and he's chasing her. This could also mean that the Mechanist is the same guy, because obviously if you're doing the good karma choices, you didn't kill him, and he went off and did his own thing. And the timeline between Fallout 3 and Fallout 4 is only like 10 years. So it could easily be the same people. But the thing is, he is viewed as the bad guy according to the DLC, and because it says like he releases evil army of robots. There's a radio show for the Silver Shroud that the Mechanist is the Silver Shroud's enemy, so he could possibly be a bad guy there. Or that's another indication that he could be a bad guy. So, and he's not that old of a guy. He's only like 40 years old, so 10 years, he wouldn't die of old age. Let's put it that way. I think it'd be pretty badass if the antagonizer's still around, because that's something I don't think a lot of people have thought about or really expect. And the thing is, we don't have ant enemies in Fallout 4. The ants have never really been all that strong, but the Ant Queen is definitely a cool enemy because she's like super big and everything. But it'd be cool to have like ants and fire-breathing ants back or whatever. And another thing that is pretty cool too that I think nobody's really thought about as well is that we only know that the Mechanist is bringing back the Robo-Brain enemy, but if you go look on like the Fallout Wikia page on just the robots that have been throughout all the games, there's a shitload of robots that are specific to the first two Fallout games, Brotherhood of Steel and Tactics, that we haven't seen in Fallout 3, New Vegas, or 4. So they could always bring back a lot more than just the Robo-Brain. That's another thing that'd be pretty interesting too, because I've never really played those older Fallout games, so it'd be cool to see like a new enemy for me. So while this may seem like a smaller DLC, being that it is only $9.99, the prices of the Fallout 3 DLCs were also $9.99 each. So that can mean that this DLC could add, new enemies, quests, weapons, all that shit. Maybe even a new location, since it is the same price as those were. It just depends on how far Bethesda thinks your $10 will go or is worth. We'll see when it comes, guys. So let me know if you guys think that the Mechanist will be a good guy or a bad guy in this DLC. Social networks are always in the description below, guys, so hit me up on those. You should also go and make an account at Sugarbombed.com. Pretty cool place. I've recently started using it myself. Awesome place to go just hang out and just chat with other Bethesda fans. Later, guys.